Shea Bolton, that deal has been done. That's been a while coming as well.
Yeah, again. And so how does Richmond accumulate those 8 picks in 24? They pushed really hard. And so what Blair was able to do was, after asking for picks 10 and 11, he secured 10, 11 and 18 from Fremantle, but handed back 14 and a future third rounder. So Shea Bolton, you all know how good he is. You all understand the fact that you'd love him to be the best kick in the competition, because if he was, he'd be the best player in the comp. He's got some areas of his game that he needs to improve, but guys, you know how extraordinary his talent is.
Yeah, well, look, in the end, so Richmond obviously wanted 10 and 11. Fremantle wanted to give up 10 and 18. They've basically split the difference to swap the pick 18 for 14, and everyone walks away happy. And look, Fremantle are ecstatic with what they are getting. They are getting a top 10 player in the competition. From the start of 2022 till about round 6 or 7 this year, Kingy, when he was invested, he was rated 10th in the competition over that 2-and-a-bit-year period. Now, we understand as the year went on, he probably got a little bit distracted and disinterested, and maybe had started to think about heading home, and his form tailed away. In fact, he was still leading the best and fairest at the halfway mark, but Fremantle are getting a star. They are getting a guy that wins possessions, wins clearances, kicks goals, and can do a bit of everything.
There's not many players in the comp that can win you games in a burst, and this guy can win you a game in 10 minutes. He can hit the scoreboard. He's that half-forward type that plays a little bit of midfield, but he's not a true midfielder as such. They're stacked in the midfield. He just goes in there and he'll be untagged. He'll roam around. They'll put time into Sarong and Brayshaw if needed, Young if needed, those sorts of players. And this guy will be that extra cog at all times. I love this acquisition. This changes him now, Joey, into a genuine premiership contender.
A lot of talk about him being inconsistent and a type of player. You just saw the numbers there: 400 disposals and 40 goals in a season. In the last 5 years, only 3 players. 500 disposals and 30 goals in a season. Only 3 players as well. He's been on that list in 2022, 2023. The start of 2024 was off the charts. So this guy is elite. So I think, and everyone talks about his inconsistency, Sarah. He's been top 5 in the best and fairest the last 5 years. That includes a premiership year, another year where they played finals, and then, of course, this year where they hardly won a game. So he is a consistent performer. He does have some issues. If he straightens up, particularly snapping. He's a poor snapper. We talk about a lot, Shea Bolton. If he can tighten that up, he's a 40, 50 goal kicker and wins a lot of footy.
Kingy thinks it can make them a premiership contender. They were disappointing the way they finished the season this year, Fremantle. Do you think he is that ingredient that can get them that success?
Yeah, their list is stacked now. They've got everything they need. They've got key forwards, they've got an elite defence. We know about the midfield, so no excuses now really for Fremantle. They absolutely have to be playing finals, and really they should be aiming for a top 4 finals berth to give themselves a chance.
They've given away top picks or first-round picks over the last couple of years. Jackson was a big acquisition that they paid a heavy price for, and this is a heavy price.
Yep.
Whichever way you look at it. You can't afford to be giving away this calibre of national draft selection and not contending. You really can't. You can set the club back for years. We've got Tasmania coming in, starting to impact the draft in 2 years' time. So you've got to get busy now. They have to win it with this list. They really do, Joe. This is the best chance that the Fremantle football have ever had to win a premiership with this group that they've got right now.
So you've talked a lot about speed of ball movement at Fremantle. You've been critical of it. So he's in their centre square. He gets the ball out quickly, and you've got a reason when he's playing forward to get the ball quickly into him, because chaos happens. Great things happen. Sometimes you miss your shots at goal, but this is a reason why you might be a little bit happier about the way that Fremantle plays next year.
Oh, the question has been about the system, because we're looking at what the best teams do. Now, Joey's the first to say that the uncontested mark game was a weapon for the team that won the flag and those that contended this season. So there's no right or wrong way to play. But in the end, you've got to not only get to the finals, you've got to get to top 4 with this list. So the criticism comes on the plan or the system. They shouldn't miss top 4 because of the list. Now, you can have poor luck with injury and those sorts of things, which they had late this year.
Yeah.
But if they get a fair run next year, this is a top 4 opportunity.